eye trouble? You might if you find that your buyers aren't really connecting with you. If you can't figure out why it is that they won't take your call, won't follow up with you, won't let you in the door, it could be as simple as the way you are looking at them. You see, eye trouble happens when we are too focused on our own needs and we aren't thinking about the needs of others, namely our buyers. Eye trouble takes three forms. The first type of eye trouble is known as nearsightedness. Nearsightedness is when you can see clearly what's happening right in front of you, but you are unable to see off into the distance. With your buyers, in your relationship with them, it's as if you have an out of sight, out of mind kind of a perspective. So long as you're right there in the moment, on the phone or in person directly with the buyer, your vision is good. You're interacting, you're talking clearly, you're engaged. But as soon as you are back in the office, in the car, working with another buyer, in between, you forget the needs of that particular buyer. That's why it takes so long for you to get their questions answered. The reason why you're not following through. The reason it takes a great deal of time to bring the proposal back to them that they've been patiently waiting for. The problem, of course, with nearsightedness is that pretty soon people begin to feel taken for granted or even forgotten about. The second type of eye trouble is just the opposite. It's farsightedness. It's where you do just fine seeing way out there into the distance, but up close and personal, your vision isn't so clear. With your buyers, this looks like you're disengaged, like you are ready to move on to whatever else is in your day. The signal you're accidentally sending to the person right then and there in front of you is that they simply aren't all that important. You may have just cause for being distracted because, truthfully, something else could be very much more important later in your day. But to that buyer, it doesn't make a bit of difference. You need to be sure that you are present, fully present, each time you're engaging with a buyer, as if they are the one and only person in your entire day. Finally, the third type of eye trouble is blurred vision. And that's happening if you are having trouble seeing both in the distance and up close and personal. Blurry vision interferes with how you see others all the time. I see it with a lot of sellers who begin to misunderstand and misinterpret what that relationship with buyers ought to be. You see, when you feel extremely mistrustful of your buyers, or when you begin to forget that everything we do in selling is all about the buyer, your vision has become blurred. You can't quite get into focus what matters most. It's always going to be the buyer. If you're focusing on anything else, including your own commission check, you've lost focus and your vision is blurred, and that eye trouble could cost you sales. Here's some thoughts about how to check your vision. First of all, do an audit. Take a look at emails you've recently written, conversations that you've recently had. Spot check them and see just how many times you use the word I versus the word we or you. If you have a preponderance of using the word I, it's a clear indication that you do indeed have some sort of eye trouble. The second thing I would recommend that you do is pay attention to how your buyer is responding to you. The more other-oriented that you can become, the more sensitive and empathetic you can be, the less eye trouble you'll have getting in your way. You've got to make an effort to see from your buyer's perspective. If you aren't doing that, or if you've become complacent and it's been a while since you've put yourself into your buyer's shoes, chances are very strong that you have some eye trouble. Finally, work on emotional intelligence. Everything and anything related to putting yourself in someone else's shoes, to understanding how they feel, to thinking about how they might be perceiving the way that you are presenting yourself to them. That awareness alone will help you to build the emotional intelligence and to improve your vision. It can be the self-correction for all of your eye trouble problems. If you'd like to learn more about how to connect with your buyers, check out Connect to Sell. It's our premier training program for sales professionals, and it will help you to cut out continuances, put an end to pending, and stop stalling out in sales. It's all about learning how to advance your sale by learning how to connect in a more meaningful way with each and every buyer. Take a look at our website, peoplefirstps.com, or give me a call. I'm Deb Calvert, and you can reach me directly at area code 408-779-7377. I look forward to connecting with you.